The following story was told by Kelsey, a writer and mental health advocate from Mental Health Connecticut's Right On program. This story is raw, personal, and may contain language not suitable for younger listeners.
Today I'm going to share with you guys a really important poem that I wrote because it speaks about my past struggles with alcohol addiction and the feelings I went through as I was fighting through that. The title of the poem is A Toxic Friend. Another night approaches, and I find myself trapped in a horror, house of mirrors, each reflection a thought, tormenting me until I want to scream. The pit of loneliness all the more terrifying because of the silence, filled by ruminations on my past to remind me of what I am. Sleep is the only act I can take to quiet the demons and become aware of my world, my problems, my life. This will be like any other night, I say with joy and grief, aware of the excuse to stay in, an excuse to stay in misery. But then I get your call. I hear it ringing and ringing and ringing, and I know that I shouldn't pick up and indulge. But there's something about you that always loosens me up. And for one night, the world, my problems, my life, they all evaporate, even when I'm wide awake. We didn't really know each other much in our first few interactions. It was at a friend's party, and I was deathly anxious, and I could feel the tightness in my neck. That all changed when we started talking. You were so quiet, just like me, but you listened. While everyone else was talking, dancing, or fucking, the two of us had each other to comfort in a scary world. And as time went on, we became more than acquaintances. I found myself gravitating towards you, every other day for happiness. Being alone brought back a plethora of words, from that nagging voice in the back of my head telling me, you're worthless, you're stupid, unlovable, a pussy. But you were always there for me to cry. And you would weep too, those tears giving me courage to release my emotions. Then the next day arrives. You're gone. I can still smell your scent on me. I can taste you on my tongue. You're not here. I can feel your pain, your emotions, in my head. Last night was amazing, as it usually is, but today I'm right where I started off. The world, my problems, my life, the never-ending tale. See, you bring out a side of me that wants to avoid the struggles that I can fix. I know everything that has to be done to get better. Then I call on you to chill for a distraction. You make me feel joy for one moment. But in the back of my mind, I want to cry and shout and end it all. There's an allure about you that I just can't shake. At times, I can see you almost everywhere I go. When I'm in the store, I see someone who looks like you. When I'm watching TV, I see someone who looks like you. When I'm at a party, I see someone who looks just like you. Your call is still permeating the room. A part of me is reaching out to answer, to pick you up and get away from it all. The other thinks back on how empty I felt after spending time with you. Anger, shame, guilt, fatigue, they all come after the calm. All the negative thoughts about myself start rushing in. Disgust begins to swallow me whole. Bitterness towards my world, my problems, my life. I almost get caught in the traps you set to destroy me. Almost answer the call and have a part of me die in that trap. But I embrace the pain that I'm in. Learn to feel instead of run away. Tears pour out of me, a liquid that I can only show when I felt courageous around you, the one I thought was my friend until I realized that you only feed off of my misery, the enabler who cares about fun and no one else. This hurt is something that I need to fight through, and when I recognize its presence, the ringing stops. You call and call and call again, but I let the urge to pick up pass. I'm addicted to you. It's killing me. I have to stay away from you. You're so beautiful on the outside, but you're toxic on the inside.
Kelsey's story was recorded in front of a live audience at CT Improv's Theater in Hartford, Connecticut. Want to hear more young adults find their voice and speak their truth? Go to mhconn.org/writeon. That's WRITEON.